on the employees, current employees. And that's good, because you actually explain them why the changes are taking place, and you give them a chance to ask questions, right? What more could be done? So you could go further out there. You could let them talk. Once we had this situation where huge amounts of people were leaving the company because they didn't accept the changes. You know what we did? We put out the white pieces of paper all over in the corridors with markers, so that in the smoking rooms, in the lunch areas, reception, so toilets, I mean everywhere. And we wrote on them, give us your opinion. People have impression that they are heard and listened. And those, you know, the employees gave some good ideas on those papers.
Was it only impression?
Well, first of all, it was for impression, but we were surprised how many ideas they gave. And one of the ideas was internet press conference, ask your question to top management. Well, that was done in a bigger company. For 50 people, that might not be a good thing to do, but you could find other ways to communicate with these people. That's an easier thing. But the company for 400 people, you can make a campaign. How much does it cost? How much does it cost? You put out on the internet the news. We're going to have an internet press conference. You can ask any question the top managers. All the questions are listed. At a certain point of time, top managers sit down and answer the questions, or some other come up later on. Costs nothing. The other good thing that I liked about your ideas is the fun, the game thing that you put into this. You create the leaflets, you create some comics that tell the story, why, in a fun way. We all like to play games, no matter how old we are. And even more, the older we get, the more games we want. So that's a good thing. I would be very careful with the future promotions. Because you don't know how the company will be. You can't promise something. And that's a very tricky thing. I mean, you can't promise something that you can't do, for sure, 100%. What about the second team? What I liked about your job is that you set out the goal very well. You look out for the long-term perspective. You say, okay, we need to retain our people. How do we do this? We input into training. That way they will work better. The other thing that if you input into training, you actually motivate people to work. Because they won't work better because they know something more, have more skills. They do, but that's not the main thing. If you teach me something, that means you're valuable to me. The other way, I'm valuable to you, right? So if company invests time and money, money in terms of time of the employees into training the others, it means these people are wanted there. What else could be done? Very cheaply.
We talked about the festival benefits.
Yeah. But that's a tricky thing. You have to always count. You guys completely forgot about the labor market, which was in the task. You paid a lot of attention to employees, but you forgot about the labor market, who doesn't know anything. All they know is people are leaving from the company. It will take you some time to keep the people in the company after all the activities you guys do. But how will the labor markets know? I mean, okay, not 50 people then, but 30. Okay. So why don't you do something that will be seen on the market and talked about? Something really cheap, something PR thing. I mean, the first thing that comes out, just go out in the park, put the trees, plant the trees. Say that you plant the trees in order to support poor families or something, media will come. You will get the coverage. One time the company did, and it cost nothing. We took the flags of the company, the big ones, you know, the poles, and we rode in the city in the column of 20, 40 cars, one after the other. Everyone was asking, who's coming? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, no good. Because someone is writing on the internet at the forum, oh, don't work there. I've heard people are leaving. People are leaving. You know, put two employees that you have, to sit at those forums 2 hours a day each, registering at different names and writing it. I mean, that's the way to do it. Maybe. Why not? And maybe some of those bad ideas that the other people say will give you something that you have to change in the company. Don't forget the media, don't forget online. And sometimes if you are long-term working PR manager, if you know the journalists on local level, that's where your labor market is, you might agree with them with some comments on the labor significant topics. For example, they write about the additional insurance. And then your HR director could be there saying, yes, we find it's very essential. And we're working on expanding our package because our company, you know. Okay, so keep